I'm a trainer by qualification. I've done other stuff with government. I'm looking into potential of skills-based stuff end down, like succession planning, but in the form of a cadetship. Does that work in the framework of an Indigenous organisation?
Yeah, I mean, we promote internships and cadetships within Goomera. We've had one of our TOs actually start at a Cert 3 business admin level, coming in at a reception, and is now an executive assistant. I'm a traditional owner sitting as the executive officer of Goomera. Well, I'm the traditional owner register for Goomera. It's about capacity building. You need a succession plan. Every person should enter the business with an exit strategy, otherwise they get too comfortable with where they're sitting. So the minute you get in, identify one of your TOs that you can start to build up and build capacity for them to take on your position moving forward. Internships and cadetships are a fantastic opportunity because it moves away from the basic traineeships that seem to be offered in a lot of other industries, where we can build the capacity of our own people to then take over for true self-determination. I think it does work.
I agree. We have the same type of structure.
One more question at the back.
Hi, so Amanda from Bunaba again. So Bunaba has a partnership with Yiramalay Wesley College, which is, so they run a studio school. So it's an exhibition on Leopold Down Station. Alright, sorry. So what we've done is we've also found So it's hard to move with the baby. So what we found is we're also trying to bring the kids up to be aware of their cultural governance, so what Moy group they're in, who their family is. So when they're old enough, so we're allowed 6 members at 15, so then when they're 18 they're aware of the membership in the Parts Council. So we've started inviting them to meetings, to Parts Council they can observe, and then they can see what's required and what the office does. So they do a lot of work at school to try and get to build up things, but then we can do that as well. So the other thing we do, I really like the police clearance model. So, and also what I found in trying to clean up our act and is communicate with communities so they know what's going on, so it's transparency and then consistency with our policies. So if we say this is how things are going to go in terms of procedure, we stick with that rule for everybody. There's no favouritism, and then everyone holds that line, so they don't play the family model of, oh, this mum said no, so I'm going to go to that mum or that dad instead, or the accountant. So it's clear and consistent across the whole corporate structure.
Okay, great, thank you. I think Amanda's got a question.
Got a question for the group, it's a little bit of role reversal. That was actually a great example of community engagement, by the way, and one of the things we found with KM was using Facebook to get messages out as quickly as possible. There are some great new initiatives. I actually have an invitation, and FDIO is about to go through its own board renewal, where we have a board that's Indigenous and non-Indigenous, but the board have decided that we actually need a refresh, so we're going to be putting out expressions of interest and going to be looking for people who join us in development of the sorts of work we do. The other thing is we've just secured this some philanthropic funds to further develop this registration concept, and we're really looking for groups to partner with where we can come to you and have a consultation, especially groups who use independent directors. What should the criteria, the selection criteria for independent directors be from the traditional owner's perspective? So if you're interested in any of that, please see either myself or Tani.
Great, thanks. Is there any closing questions? No? All right, we'll join me really in thanking the panel. I thought it was great. Good to have these discussions and